Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by the Deep Run Symphony Orchestra, it is now time for the processional march of the Deep Run High School class of 2025. Please stand as you are able and remain standing until the colors have been retired. Thank you.
Gentlemen, please remove your caps, and everyone please join me in the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing as you're able for our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, and until the colors are retired. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Nick Ribeiro, the senior class president, and we thank you for being here on our special day. Please direct your attention to our graduation choir and our symphony orchestra, who will perform Deep Run's alma mater, Wildcats at Deep Run High. The words to the alma mater can be found on the inside cover of the graduation program.
Each day is a starting point. Today shall be our turning point. Champions here and then beyond. Champions here and then
Thank you to our music department for that amazing performance. We appreciate the efforts of many for continuing the tradition of performing our alma mater at graduation. We especially extend thanks to our student musicians and to our directors, Amy L. Curry and Jimmy Pennington. At this time, I will introduce our distinguished platform guests. Please stand as your name is called and remain standing so you may be recognized. Madison Irving, Vice Chair of Henrico County School Board, representing the 3 CHOP District. Misty Roundtree, Henrico County Board of Supervisors, member representing the 3 CHOP District. Dr. Amy Cashwell, Superintendent, Henrico County Public Schools. Dr. Brian Fellows, Principal. Surya Sridharan, Valedictorian and Student Speaker. Andy Park, Student Speaker. Hope Parham, Assistant Principal. Julie Skinner, English Teacher. Dr. Brandon Farah, Associate Principal. Laura Willoughby, Assistant Principal. Jessica Taggart, Assistant Principal. Aaron Robolos, Director of School Counseling. It has been a pleasure serving as president of this distinguished class. Congratulations, everyone. At this time, Dr. Fellows will share opening remarks.
Thank you, Nick. Mr. Irving, Ms. Roundtree, Dr. Cashwell, platform guests, faculty, staff, candidates for graduation, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, this is indeed a celebration that belongs to all members of the Deep Run class of 2025, and we are honored and delighted you are here with us tonight. To the class of 2025, congratulations. Your teachers, your families, your friends, along with the entire Deep Run community, are proud of you and your accomplishments. You are a special group of young adults, and you have definitely made Deep Run a better place, and the future is bright for each of you. This graduation ceremony signifies all of the hard work, dedication, your commitment to excellence that you have demonstrated since you started kindergarten 13 years ago. No journey to excellence is taken alone. Over the years, you have been supported and guided by a strong and dedicated group of professional educators from your elementary school, your middle school, and certainly here at Deep Run. Speaking of Deep Run, we have an outstanding faculty and staff members at our school and all over Henrico County. I know many of these adults have made a profound and lasting impact on you. Would all of the Deep Run faculty and staff who are in attendance tonight please stand and be recognized by the class of 2025 and their families. Thank you. We now wish to honor the most special and important group to our graduates, their parents, their caregivers, and their families. We honor and recognize you for the many years of encouragement, support, love, and sometimes tough love, for the high expectations and focus on education which you have clearly established for your children. If you are a parent or primary caregiver of a member of this graduating class, will you please stand so we may recognize you? congratulations on having a high school graduate in a few minutes or hours or whatever it ends up being. For the special group of people who are Deep Run alumni, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. If you are a graduate of Deep Run High School, will you please stand so we may recognize you? Each May, I visit one of our feeder elementary schools to read to and get advice from a group of kindergarten students. Over the years, we have visited Cackley, Twin Hickory, and Shady Grove. This year, a few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go over to Colonial Trail Elementary School to visit the kindergarten class of Miss Robin Castorellis. When I arrived to the room, it was room number 110, they were in the middle of a science lesson learning about recycling. They paused their learning so I could read a book called The Last Day of Kindergarten by Nancy Lowen, which was about moving from kindergarten to first grade. After reading the book to the kindergarten students, I explained to them that the Deep Run students would be graduating from 12th grade in a few weeks and would likely be moving to other cities, states, and potentially other countries in the next part of their journey of life. I asked the kindergarten students to share some words of wisdom and advice to the class of 2025. A few students immediately said, "Go to the pool and play at the beach." After Ms. Castorellis and I explained that those are good plans for the summer, we encouraged them to think about going away for a long trip, and a few of them immediately said, "Good luck and goodbye." After a bit more explanation, here is the finalized list of advice from the class. Take your clothes, take water, get money from the bank, or just get it from your mom and dad. Take pictures of your pets with you, and also your family and your friends. Brush your teeth, because that will help you make new friends. One student wanted me to tell you, and I don't know why, I should have engaged further, but wanted me to tell you to make sure you bring a tent. And then others wanted me to remind you to bring pencils, glue, scissors, sticky notes, your laptop, markers, a pencil box, and something to draw a straight line. And then one student said to recycle your plastic bottles, and others quickly chimed in and said, and also glass, newspapers, and notebook paper. Ms. Castorellis and I decided at that point was a perfect opportunity to transition back to their recycling lesson. So there you have it, solid advice from the Deep Run class of 2025 from members of the Deep Run class of 2037. Also, earlier this month, a speaker at a university commencement shared an outstanding speech to a class of college graduates. A small portion of the speech resonated with me, and coupled with the advice from the kindergarten students, I think should set you up for success next year and in the future. The speaker told the college graduates, quote, "Here's the real deal. You are your own operation. Your discipline is your product. Your name is your brand. Your habits are your investments. Nobody is coming to build it for you, and nobody is coming to rescue you when it gets hard. Success is not owned, it is rented, and rent is due every single day." He also said, dream big. Bigger than what feels safe, bigger than what feels comfortable. Because with consistent hard work, there is no limit to what you can build. And above all, bet on yourself and trust the work. My mom was an English teacher, and she frequently told me, "Brian, you always must cite your sources to give appropriate credit to the person you are quoting." So here's a citation for that college graduation speech. TikTok, May 10th, 2025. Ole Miss graduation speech given by Super Bowl champion and Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver, A.J. Brown. Go Birds. I think it's appropriate that the Eagles won the Super Bowl during your senior year. That's something that we will always remember. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce those who will bring greetings. Mr. Madison Irving, Vice Chair of the Henrico County School Board, representing the Three Chop District, who will be followed by Ms. Misty Roundtree, Henrico County Board of Supervisors member representing the Three Chop District, and finally, Dr. Amy Cashwell, our Superintendent of Henrico County Public Schools. Mr. Irving.
Dr. Velos is still talking about the Eagles. Look at you guys. The last time I saw y'all was your convocation back at the beginning of the school year. And I hope that y'all maybe remember what I said. I challenged you to not think about this day. And the reason I didn't want you to think about this day, or college, or your next job, or whatever it is so that you could enjoy where you were at that moment. And I hope that every single one of you took that advice and did enjoy your senior year and stayed present and spent the time with the people that you care about, whether they be your parents or your guardians or your friends or your teachers or your administrators, and you just enjoyed it. Because now you will move on to something else. The day that you've thought about since you were in kindergarten is here. So I'm not gonna offer a long piece of advice because we started 15 minutes late, but I'm gonna say to seek happiness in your life. Focus on that day-to-day, the things that make you happy every single day, and the goals that will ultimately make you happy when you accomplish them, and just work every single day to do the things that you need to do, to live a life that is fulfilling and meaningful and brings you dignity and other people dignity. And if you can do that, then you'll be just fine. Thank you, class of 2025. Your school board congratulates you. Congratulations.
Good evening, graduates, faculty, staff, distinguished stage guests, village that is here to celebrate with your young people tonight. I am so delighted to be standing here before you representing your Henrico County Board of Supervisors. Guys, you made it. No, seriously, it's crazy out there. I'm so glad you guys all made it in the building tonight. You know, I was here earlier today for Freeman's graduation, and of course we were looking at the forecast and trying to figure out what it would look like tonight. And I heard a few people say, look, you know, it just needs to hold off long enough for everybody to get here. We just need to get everybody in the building and then we'll figure it out from there. We just need to be able to get people in the building. And, you know, I would love a good metaphor, so it got me to thinking about a time about 25 years ago when I was starting law school at the College of William and Mary. And I was struggling mightily with imposter syndrome back then, still a little bit now today, but really bad back then. And so I remember that first day of law school, and I was sitting in my car in the parking lot, and I was crying, just bawling, just sitting there thinking to myself, there is no way that I am smart enough to go in that building and compete with all of these other really smart people in that building. And so I sat there and I cried and debated about whether to go back home. And then finally I got myself together and I said, Misty, you just gotta get in there. You gotta take the first step and you gotta go get in that building. And so I did that day and for the next 3 years. And I won't pretend that that was the last time I cried on the grounds of the College of William and Mary Law School, but eventually I did find myself crossing a stage much like the one that you all will be crossing here tonight. So here's the metaphor. You all are leaving and have left a building that you have found safety in, some of you for the past 4 years. And some of you may also be leaving the safety of a building of home that you've known and felt safe in your entire lives. And much like when we leave this building here tonight, we don't know what you might face. You may walk straight out into a torrential downpour or a storm. But here's the thing, and this may be hard to grasp for some of you because you've spent the past few years of your life striving for excellence, some even for perfection, right? Because let's face it, that is who you are deep run. But when you become an adult, you realize that your success starts to become defined much less by numbers on a piece of paper reflecting who you are, and more so the experiences that you curate, your contributions to your community, the way that you treat your friends, your family, and even yourself. And so there is no need to ever fear entering into any building because you're not required to be perfect. You're just required to be you, true and authentically you, and to trust that doing so, you will find yourself entering in every building that is just right for you. So go forth, Deep Run Wildcats class of 2025, congratulations.
Well, good evening and congratulations, class of 2025. It is an honor to be with you this evening to celebrate this milestone. Well, as a class, you have certainly left your mark on your school, but also your community, and I know that you are well prepared for whatever comes next. You are problem solvers. You are creative thinkers. You are global citizens who understand that our differences make us stronger together. You are capable and you are kind. As you move forward, I hope you will lead with courage, serve with compassion, and continue to make a lasting difference. The world is waiting and it needs your light. But before you go out and change the world, let's take one more look at what makes this class so unforgettable.
Something I'll always remember about Deep Run is the politeness of the staff. I've always felt welcome in every class.
Spending time with my friends every single day, like having one lunch and getting to eat with them every single day is just something that I've enjoyed.
Definitely one of my favorite memories was beating Godwin my junior year in soccer. That was an amazing, it's super fun night.
When the girls basketball team beat Highland Springs, because it was our first game of the season and we hadn't beat them since I've been at Deep Run.
Definitely like the Godwin games for basketball.
I went to the world competition in Houston for robotics. I think that was like one of the crazy experiences ever.
Playing chess in Dr. Pollin's room.
I would either say VMEA. It was a conference we attended with Cantate.
I'll always remember my friends and the teachers that I had. They really shaped my experience.
I'm honestly never going to forget my Calc AB teacher, Mr. Bolin.
Miss O'Corey. I've had her for chorus for the last 4 years.
Mr. Fritz, because his passion for AP European history really inspired me to go more into the social studies.
Miss Oliver helped me junior year, just growing as a person.
Miss Norris is the center director, and I've been in the center for the last 4 years, so she's really helped me a lot.
Miss Skinner, Coach Bibby, and Miss Parham all have helped me a lot.
Mr. Campbell, and that's because that was one of my first AP classes I took with him, and he honestly made it worthwhile, and I wasn't as stressed as I would have been if I didn't, because I didn't really have expectations for the class, and he made it a lot better.
Mr. Hudson was my junior year APUSH teacher, and Miss Earl was my AP chemistry teacher this year. Two amazing teachers who I've loved just learning in their class.
I have such a support system here too, and the teachers, the staff, and all of my friends. I've made a lot of school friends, and then I have my best friends too, and it's just been fun.
What makes Deep Run so special is that there's so many opportunities.
The fact that everyone at Deep Run tries very hard. We always go out of our way to do new things, to be our best version of ourselves.
We have a lot of kids who are very, competitive and everything with what they do, and it's just, it's fun to be around.
I feel like we have closer connections, maybe.
I think that everyone tries to push the others to be the best version of themselves, not only academically, but as a person.
Even though we didn't necessarily come in during COVID, we specifically said hey, we're gonna make the most of it and we're gonna welcome everyone else here.
I love hanging out with everyone, and I cherish every moment with every student here.
Well, the people make the place.
Congratulations.
You've been great. It's been super fun to be with you these 4 years, and I hope we stay in touch.
Congrats.
Seek discomfort.
Even if you fail, it doesn't matter as long as you don't quit. Keep going. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good luck, guys.
We did it.
Thank you, Mr. Irving, Ms. Roundtree, and Dr. Cashwell. We also wish to thank Henrico's Media Services for putting together that video for our class. It is a pleasure to introduce our student speakers for the class of 2025. Mr. Andy Park, who will be followed by valedictorian, Mr. Surya Sridharan.
Thank you, Nick. Good evening, class of 2025, or I should say, future Deep Run alumni. Teachers, faculty, staff, family, and friends. Today marks a day of courage, ambition, and triumph. Over the past 4 years, it has felt as if we were climbing a mountain. Today, we reach the summit. My classmates, let us look back and imagine the very first time we stepped foot in Deep Run High School. Remember the first time we met our peer mentors, our freshman Wildcat connections, playing icebreaker games and asking questions? Now, we are the leaders. Haley Dunn leads our talented orchestra. Nick Ribeiro leads our feisty football team. And Kendall Hart leads our talented and award-winning cheer team. These Wildcats, who have become leaders in their fields, exemplify our exceptional growth as a class. Growth does not occur overnight, nor in our comfort zones. It happens when we take a step out of the box and act in defiance of our barriers. Let us turn back the clock to last fall, when we won our first football game of the season. Our Wildcats got on the field and showed who we are, comrades and determined competitors. On the next school day, our victory was all anybody could talk about. This win sparked not just our football team, but the entire community to celebrate and to be motivated to work harder. What about when the Deep Run Chamber Orchestra worked tirelessly to earn the prestigious Blue Ribbon Award at district assessments? Our orchestra grew to work as a team with daily practices and lunch rehearsals. We never settled for just good enough. These accomplishments took grit, teamwork, and cooperation. Coach Mullinax, Mr. Pennington, and Mrs. Elcori, we salute you for your leadership and hard work. Another meaningful contribution to Deep Run High School that happened during our tenure was Culture Night. Until our class arrived, Deep Run didn't have Culture Night. Now, we have an event where we can share our backgrounds through cultural dress, food, and performance. How did this event become so successful? Cooperation, unity, and class of 2025 leadership. Thank you to Ms. V, Ms. Beeland, and Fiona Chan for spearheading this event that gives us all a chance to broaden our horizons. Let us remember that unity, cooperation, strength, and leadership take time and effort. Remember what President Eisenhower said: accomplishment will prove to be a journey, not a destination. We've reached one mountaintop, but life is a range of mountains, one after the next. Let us continue climbing each arduous mountain with unity, cooperation, strength, and leadership, and the peak will become visible. Class of 2025, thank you for climbing together. God bless you, and God bless Deep Run High School. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy, for reflecting on our time at Deep Run. Good evening, faculty and staff, family and friends, and the class of 2025. Our high school experiences have shaped the people we are and who we strive to be. Sometimes, those moments have led us to doubt our aspirations, our actions, and our sacrifices. In a 2019 valedictory speech at the King's Academy, Kyle Martin explained this concept of the 16th second, the moment directly after achieving a goal. He said we experience 15 seconds of elation, but then a 16th second of emptiness and self-doubt, a longing for more. I believe this longing is actually regret, regret for what we gave up while pursuing our goals. And when we don't fully recognize what we give up, then regret exposes itself in the 16th second. So, as we go into our future, let's ask ourselves an important question. What will make us feel fulfilled in the 16th second? Let's start with what won't feel gratifying in the 16th second. Studying to marginally improve a grade, frivolous socializing, doom scrolling, or playing countless hours of video games are all questionable yet acceptable ventures, but not at the cost of valuable relationships with family and friends. In 1624, English poet John Donne aptly pointed out that no man is an island entire of itself. At any point in our lives, the dinners we missed, the late night talks with friends we postponed, and the laughter we silenced won't return. They won't be waiting at the finish line of our next achievements. And one day, whether we're walking across a stage or sitting alone with our thoughts, we may find ourselves wondering not what we accomplished, but who was with us as we did. And in this moment, as we stand on the edge of what's next, we must recognize the people who have carried us here, not just as spectators, but as pillars of support. Our families, who reminded us of our responsibilities and our roots. Our friends, who cheered us on when we doubted ourselves. And our teachers and administrators, who continued to challenge and believe in us, even as senioritis hit full throttle. Please join me in giving a round of applause to our families, friends, teachers, and administrators for continuing to be by our side, even when our actions did not merit their support. So, what will be meaningful in the 16th second after an accomplishment? The satisfaction from a balanced life. It's important to balance our goals and aspirations, our needs for downtime and socialization, and our quest for self-actualization. We should consider whether the aspects of our lives we are sacrificing right now will make us regret our decision as much as the Dallas Mavericks regret trading Luka. Our universe constantly seeks equilibrium, and so should we. When we analyze any situation, let's think of balance. Let's give every aspect of our lives, including academics, hard work, relaxation, and social interactions, equal weight, and then decide which aspects may need to be prioritized. To feel fulfilled in the 16th second, we should live our lives without regret and seek balance. It is possible to achieve the goals we've planned without giving up the other needs in our lives. As our class diligently chases our dreams, let's also remember to appreciate those who accompany us on our journey. Because success is not only measured by what we build, but by growing alongside others we value. As the angel Clarence from It's a Wonderful Life says, no man is a failure who has friends. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's charge into our future, satisfied in every 16th second we are yet to experience.
Thank you, Surya and Andy, for inspiring us for the future and helping us to reflect. Well done. Please enjoy a musical selection, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday, performed by our graduation choir, featuring solos by Imani Bennett and Dhruv Narayanan Prakash. The ensemble is directed by Amy El-Khoury.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
I don't know where road is going to lead. And I know where we've been and what we've been through. I thought we'd get to see tomorrow. I hope it's worth all the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Thank you to all of our student performers and speakers. Nick, thank you for your leadership during this school year as our senior class president. Each of our student speakers and student performers may now be seated on the floor with your class. Tonight, I am honored to recognize 4 distinguished retirees from our teaching faculty for their outstanding service to the field of education, to Henrico County Schools, and to Deep Run High School. These retirees have given generously of their time, their talents, to enhance the success of our entire school and to enrich the lives of young people. Collectively, they have a combined 105 years of service, educating and teaching students, serving as mentors, and being great colleagues. With pleasure and certainly deep admiration, we salute them tonight by awarding them a Deep Run High School Golden Diploma, which is symbolic of their dedicated service and commitment to our school community. Please join me in welcoming to the stage and congratulating the following. With 9 years of service in education after a career in accounting, auditing, and investments, one of our business teachers and the SCA sponsor, Ms. Robin Schultz. With close to 15 years of service to teaching after a career serving our country in the Air Force, our Air Force JROTC lead instructor, Major Patrick Shawley. With 37 years of service, all in Henrico County. She also was a Henrico County student, so she's been in Henrico County schools a long time. And I found out a little earlier, she had perfect attendance from 6th grade to 12th grade. A science teacher and our science department leader, Miss Amy Moore. And finally, earning her golden diploma, completing 44 years of service to the field of education earlier today, our Teachers for Tomorrow and Family and Consumer Science teacher, Miss Patty Rogers. Thank you, and best wishes in your retirement. If we could have one more round of applause for these outstanding educators. Now, since Henrico County decided to save the very best graduating class for last out of the 9 high schools, it is my distinct honor and privilege to ask Mr. Irving to come forward to declare the Deep Run class of 2025 as graduates. Mr. Irving.
Will the candidates for graduation please stand? Platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Henrico County School Board, and on the recommendation of the faculty and administration, I declare these candidates of Deep Run High School graduates with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Will the graduates please turn their tassels? Congratulations, Wildcats. You may be seated.
We've got one more order of business, and that's to get you your diplomas and get you across stage. And now, class of 2025, all 457 of you, we have come to the moment for which you have waited these many years, the calling of your name by Julie Skinner, which will make you an official Deep Run High School graduate. The first 10 students are the top 10 of the class, starting with the valedictorian, salutatorian, and followed by the rest of the top 10. Then, the class of 2025 will be called in alphabetical order based on the first letter of the graduate's last name. Will the platform guests and student marshals move to your places for the awarding of diplomas, and will the top 10 graduates please come forward?
Surya Sridharan, Georgia Tech. Apoorv Sarav, Georgia Tech. Omar Walid Fawaz, Georgia Tech. Anjali Rukmini Mukhandan, Cornell. Marvi Garg, Virginia Tech. Haley Dunn, Brown. Nicholas Edward Wee Perong, Virginia Tech. Anushka Goodla, Georgia Tech. Shripath Kotea Morishetty, UVA. Akshaya Ram Munaganti, UVA. Will the class of 2025 please come forward? Jason Walter Abuasi, Anshel Ben Abraham, Gabrielle Attica Adate, Gio Rafael Dizan Agabin, Faiza Ahmadi, Noor Jafar Ahmed, Osman Rahman Alam, Matthew Dean Albanese, Afnan Niaz Alabaksh, Mahika Cheda, Jason Lee Allen, Lena Salah Alshir, Cameron Jacob Anderson, Shreyan Angadala, Colin Reed Archer, Isabel Marie Arjona, David Avram, Ambrose Opentawa AEC, Azizala Azizi, Madison Lynn Bam, Roland Franklin Baker, Raina Joyce Ballard, Ala Ahmed Baniasin, Carter Mason Barnes, Siddhartha Basu, David Basler, Blake Andrew Bemis, Amani Janae Bennett, Caroline Mary Berselli, Ani Ruth Betha, Mehul Bhargav, Caden Abi Basine, Justin Michael Beester, Olivia Marie Bless, Claire Janelle Blankenship, Liam Adair Blondin, Madison Ellen Bloom, Reese Mackenzie Bloom, Taff Martin Bloom, Christopher Lowell Bloor, Andrew Peyton Bonjo, Isabella Charlotte Border, Andrew Mason Brandon, Madden Davis Briscoe, Estelle Atenel Brousseau, Brielle Mackenzie Brown, Brady Lane Bryant, Alexander Norman Burson, Addison Sawyer Birch, Lena Gavilan Byard, Caroline Rebecca Kahn Lopez, Gustavo Hawk Caldera de Andrada, Jackson Sean Campbell, Carly Rochelle Carmichael, Sebastian Andres Carreño, Carson Sharif Carter, Faith Aaliyah Carter, Declan Philip Casey, Mia Noel Castelluccio, Fiona Chan, Preston Alistair Chan, Tony Chen, Nicholas Richard Shea, Morgan Grace Clark, Grayson William Coyle, Javier Charles Cruz, Molly Landon Cunningham, Gabriel Morgan Cuttier, Aiden Araz Damirchi, Olivia Page Dance. Delarina Daniel. Calvin Louis Davila. Shivan Kirit Dowda. Arthur John DeMeo. Gargi Yogiraj Deo. Kyle Pascal Dermesropian. Sathya Mehul Desai. Genevieve Lily DeRosiers. Thomas Edward Dietz. Abigail Frances Diskin. Matilda Catherine Diskin. Haley Stewart Dissy. Nathan Isaiah Dominique. Stephen Sun Dong. Jacob Cyril Donnelly. Soham Abe Doshi. Richard Quinn Doherty. Adam Anthony Drayton. Ann Peyton Duncan. Adam Bryant Edwards. Tarek Wada El Haj. Huda Khalid El Sadig. Sanvi Reddy Elaru. Ella Gabrielle Engel. Catherine Lilia England. Adam Scott Erickson. Pedro Marino Espandola. Maxton William Esty. Orzu Ekbal. Landon Wayne Farmer. Alexandra Elizabeth Feinstein. Nasira Alicia Ferdos. Rylan Alessandra Feria. Oscar Miguel Ferrer Parra. Marina Filipovich. Blakely Grace Filson. Mackenzie Wright Fisher. Jaden Steele Fleischman. Ezekiel Christopher Flynn. Avon Fouch Jr. Renee Elizabeth Fox. Brett Michael Foy. Juan Felipe Franco Paredes. William Anthony Frank. Emma Bess Friedlander. Andrew Frank Gagliardi. Elena Mackenzie Garcia. Ariana Elizabeth Garner. Ella Catherine Gates. Menaja Gautam. Ellie Rose Gebhard. Ava Lauren Geisheimer. Lucas Samuel Gelrud. Nicholas Ryan Gemmel. Jaydev Chowdhury Goganani. Akanksha Harikeshavan Gomatam. Xavier Andres Gonzalez. Besma Iman Grace. Maya Elizabeth Graf. Alana Victoria Grant. Michael Joseph Gadis. Jared Alessandro Guillen-Berganza. Ilana Golkarov. Archit Gupta. Yash Yogesh Gupta. William David Habib. Masahula Hafizi. Georgia Margaret Hagei. Colton Davis Hargett. Zachary Jahan Harris. Kendall Elizabeth Hart. Jasmine Isabella Hassani. Ella Paige Hastings. Jackson Joyner Hawkins. Mason William Hearn. Anna Marie Hepler. William Thomas Herbert. Luke William Fraser Hirschfield. Matthew James Howerton. Finnegan Joseph Hubbard. Addison Elizabeth Huffman. Haley Elizabeth Hughes. Oluwatoyi Anna Marie Igberise. Madeline Victoria Jackson. William Clayton Jackson. Ella Joy Jacobs. Elizabeth Hope Janney. Daniel Powell Jarvis. Henry Castle Jennings. Daniela Grace Jayasingh. Swara Jha. Eric Jang. Ivy Jin. Keon LaRuss Johnson. Leah Francis Johnson. Nehemiah Monty Johnson. Ryan Aaliyah Johnson. Avery Joseph Johnston. Sujesh Gerald Joseph. Shreya Rohit Joshi. Cameron Ethan Joyce. Alyssa Juman. Praniti Kundlakunta. Jenna Elizabeth Cannon. Dylan Alexander Cow. Alexis Madison Karam. Layla Jane Kareem. Maithre Jaydeep Karnik. Harshitha Reddy Karu. Anushri Umakant Katu. Zen Masood Kazmi. Annabelle Shauli Kier. Alvina Shazib Khan. Rafay Ahmed Khan. Jonah Christopher Kim. Corinne Lamar Knudsen. Anvitha Sai Kolapara. Pranav Reddy Kanatham. Noah Patrick Koptish. Joseph Koshi. Karan Rasik Katadia. Hazel Victoria Krell. Grant Evan Krudsma. David Sungmeng Koo. Atharva Rajesh Kumar. Deepak Pavandada Kunsha. Skylar Sean Lebenz. Charlotte Painter Larson. Wiley Jacob Latham. Addison Tatiana Lavoie. Benjamin Douglas Lawton. Connor Ryan Leary. Ella Lee. Austin Kellen Leftwich. Nafawit Lertsaranon. Ronald Emmett Lewis. Brianna Lieberchuck. Sequoia Denise Leitner. Alex Yuntek Lim. Eddie Lim. Sharon Lin. Albert Kong Liu. Keith Kwangpai Logan. Jonathan Liu. Jonathan Moway Lewin. Nolan Gerard Lynch. Orlando Zhu Ma. Braden Jackson McCumber. Tahira Moriam Mahtab. Addison May Mannion. Logan Kevin Mannion. Alex Utereth Mao. Connor Mack Marshall. Anna Marie Martin. Nicholas Edward Martin. Sophia Ann Martin. Abhinav Maru. Kaya Brian Mason. Kevin Matthews. James Ellis Mays. Saper Mazaheri. Jesse Maregu Imbaru. Peyton Nicholas McAuliffe. Jack Virgilio McDonald. Ryan Daniel McLaughlin. Kevin Davis McClelland. Lillian Marie Mayford. Adriano Moises Mendoza Quesada. Cassidy Aaron Miklos. Ludovica Malechi. Rachel Marie Minix. Amr Osman Muhammad. Mintala Momen Muhammad. Charles Oliver Mooney. Preston Tom Moore. Ashlyn Elizabeth Morlock. Quentin Miles Morgan. Sonia Almira Moss. Mesa Abdelshakur Mubarak. Dhruv Manish Malujkar. Ethan David Mullenix. Liam Andrew Murphy. Sean Andrew Murphy. Vaidehi Jayalakshmi Murthy. Nazkat Mutellap. Yashesh Muthalangat. Luke Ian Mutnick. Hemachandar Reddy Namareddy. Sahana Narayanan. Sanjay Naveen Kumar. Lily Catherine Neiterer. Himangi Nepal. Reagan Victoria Nesselrode. Katharina Rose Newnham. Dustin Lee Wynn. Joseph Pham Wynn. Elia Nancy Nickerson. Gabriel Yitseng Ni. Jasmine Kaur Najar. Joshitha Nodagla. Gavin Reed Nomberg. Parker Francis Noonan. Lauren Page Nowak. Grant Cole Nolan. Hadley Walker Nolan. Maria Guadalupe Nunez. Charles David Nystrom. Kevin Daniel O'Shea. Layla Camille Obey. Melanie Alejandra Ochoa. Eric Stewart Ogilvy. Kemjika Joshua Anyuke. Andrew Jiho Park. Christina Grace Parlantary. Rayak Michael Pass. Mohammed Sufyan Khan Patan. Hia Kanal Patel. Jainil Nakunj Patel. Rutva Nipul Kumar Patel. Savi Shashi Patel. Emerson Porter Pegg. Caitlin Cooper Pellegrino. Alexa Sarhi Perez Torres. Amina Ali Perwez. David Gray Peterson. Jude Samuel Peterson. Aubrey Marie Petrata. Nash Marcus Zilli Peslow. McKenna Marie Phipps. Devin Lynn Pierce. Rishwanth Mayank Pitani. Camila Jeanette Pizarro. Grace Lindsay Pleasance. Henry Charles Plummer. Leah Rose Polito. Kelly Catherine Poole. Nathan Paul Puvatakaran. William Lee Powell. Chase Sterling Prado. Dhruv Narayanan Prakash. Andrew James Prandoni IV. Mohit Mathav Prem Kumar. Aviva Freedom Presley. Grant Terrence Price. Trevor Patrick Price. Jacqueline Grace Pulaski. Tamia Jade Pulliam. Patrick James Kwan. Catherine Ann Raderer. Stephanie Ramos. Prakyath Sai Runga. Nagashrivali Mandy Reddy. Kennedy Andrea Reed. Alenex Michelle Reyes. John Kenneth Rhodes. Nicholas Ferretti Ribeiro. Nadine Ann Richardson. Jackson David Robbins. Alexis Emily Rodriguez. Brooklyn Kelly Rover. Charlotte Grace Roselle. Carly Presley Ross. Juan David Rueda Maluendas. Elizabeth Eva Rooschalk. Gavin McClure Rutherford. Lucas Philip Reither. Nicholas William Sackleben. Shahir Saeed. Nathaniel Ahmad Salih. Rima Muhammad Saleh. Rasam Zahir Sajid. Ahsan Salam. George Walter Sanborn. Lillian Pearl Sanborn. Lucy Gray Sandvig. Riva Sarong. Rahid Mubashir Sarkar. David William Saunders. Alexander Chase Schaefer. Jacob Martin Shankine. Bram Jackson Schindler. Zachary J. Schmid. Zane Andrew Schmid. Robert William Schmidt. John Grayson Schmidt. Tanner Cole Schwartz. Shoria Kolpak Shah. Michael Gabriel Shannon. Tabby Julius Shannon. Mira Zipporah Shapiro. Ria Sharma. Swarnima Sharma. Addie Shawl. Aliza Shiraz. Richard Shee. Abid Sadiq. Audrey Brooke Simpkins. Yishvant Sai Singamenani. Gursail Singh. Eric Joseph Skovich. Finn Andrew Smith. Kevin Andrew Smith. Lena Gray Smith. William Davis Smith. Catherine Melanie Aberin Smoka. Angelina Daria Sam. Abhijit Venkat Satya Somala. Alex Sativa D. Spone. Alexa Marie Stadler. James Robert Stewart. Justin Percival Stabell. Cody Tyler Straight. Sydney Alana Street. Carson Hall Striffler. Spencer Elizabeth Strong. Carter Scott Stren. Christopher Aaron Suber. Isabel Marie Sulo. Abe Sumesh. Georgia Lynn Swar. Luke Robert Sweetser. Brian Earl Tabor. Elijah Bradley Tate. Ainsley May Taylor. Everett Ernie Taylor IV. Christian Baker Thornton. Nikita Tawari. Julia Macy Tui. Nicole Veen Tran. Tierno Mariama Traore. Mark Gawai Trin. Chase Hayden Truxas. Grayson Alexander Truda. Benjamin Carl Tucker. Matthew Allen Tucker. Morgan Ramsey Turcott. Oheneba Yao Chumasiankra. Jace Donovan Tyler. Manvi Upade. Shreya Prashant Upathe. Facundo Thomas Valdez. Riley Ann Van Pelt. Josie Elaine Van Shaften. Riley Jesse Van Shaften. Steve Dan Varagese. Walker Graham Vaughn. Mira Krishna Velga. Thomas Raimundo Vigiani. Murthika Vijayakumar, Alesh VR Pardo, Robert Garrett Vogel, Theodore John Walkley, John Asher Walters, Kellen Lee Walters, Tai Shi Wang, Hazel Dickinson Wells, Olivia Grace Wetzel, Ainsley Lynn White, Nicholas Austin Wilkins, Gabriella Claire and Elizabeth Willard, Aiden Lee Wills, Messiah Xavier Wilson, Elise Marie Weiser, Brooke Riley Womack, Leah Michelle Wood, Nathan Jabez Woodard, Natalie Elizabeth Wooden, Will Robert Wright, Fiona Ching Zi, Emma Zhu, Gianna Elise Yacarino, Vincent James Yacarino, Toshimitsu Yamashita, Gina Yang, Muying Kambalaria Yang, Micah Enzo Yu, Wuji Jan,
To the class of 2025, congratulations. You are now part of a very special group of people known as Deep Run Wildcat alumni. As stated earlier, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. We know you will continue to make your families, Deep Run, and Henrico County proud as you move on to the next phase of your life's journey. Please do keep in touch with us over the years. Graduates, when you return to the auxiliary gym in a few minutes, please remember to get your actual diploma from our staff. And please realize if you earned additional seals, you will have an envelope included with your diploma. Before leaving the auxiliary gym, please check to make sure you get only one diploma and the one you have is yours. Families, after the recessional, please meet your high school graduate outside at either East 1, East 2, or West 1 entrance, or better yet, at your vehicle or wherever it is you've planned to meet up. Graduates, thank you for the memories. Best wishes, congratulations, Godspeed, and as always, go Wildcats! All right, graduates, return to your seats. Graduates, return to your seats. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand one last time for the Deep Run class of 2025 to be led out by our faculty and staff and then our students.